a person got injured and it exacerbated previous injuries, then, there was, they needed to pay for that.
Yes, but when we're talking about a surgical recommendation, it's very expensive. So I know the insurance company is going to want to dig. Then they're going to say we want her last 5 years of records so that we can review everything to see if she ever had any injury like this before, or we're not.
But the thing is that I'm way worse now. It did make me worse.
I'm with you. I understand that, but the insurance company's not going to just hand over money in that situation. They're going to say, we want prior records of everything, and then we're going to have to do that heavy lifting to get it.
Do you know anyone who wants a cat?
I do not.
I won't be able to take care of them, none of them, if I am, laid up.
Right. Sorry, ma'am. I don't know anyone that would like a cat.
Okay, well, I'm just letting you know the whole deal, and I'll do my part the best I can.
Okay. Okay. Have a good night, ma'am.
You too.
Bye. Okay. Sometimes you get a call from someone who's involved in an accident, and it's a complicated case. You just know right away that it's a complicated case. And I'm okay with taking complicated cases. But when you take a complicated case, it involves a lot of heavy lifting. Specifically, if you have someone with a lot of prior medical injuries, and then the accident causes significant injuries to them, you open up the door to the insurance company for them to say, did the accident cause all these new injuries, or did these injuries already exist? What happened here? So the insurance company comes to us and they say, look, we want the last 5 years of their medical records. Well, if your client is a client who's been to 30 medical providers in the last 5 years and has done a tremendous amount of medical treatment, the amount of heavy lifting involved to get all of these records and bills it's a lot. It takes up a lot of time. And then you have to review all those medical records to see if there's prior injuries that are similar to the accident injuries. Because if there is, and they haven't really elevated much, you're only going to be able to recover minimally for that type of injury. So then you get all the way to the finish line, and the insurance company puts down a very small offer because all the prior medical injuries are very similar to the new injuries without much difference. And you did all that heavy lifting, and not only the time that you spent on the case, but you spent money to all those medical providers to send those records and bills, because they don't just give them to you. They'll say, give us $100 to $200 to $300 to $400, and we'll send all those records and bills to you, because it takes them time and effort as well to send all that over to us. So when you have a case like that, you really have to know, is there enough value on this case to make it worth it for us to spend a lot of time, money, and effort on the case? There's other clients that we have, and it's not fair to them if we take a case that's going to require a lot of our time and then we can't focus on their case. It's the right thing to do to not take a case sometimes. And maybe this person could get set up with a law firm that does have the resources and time to do it. So you really have to evaluate all these things before you make a decision. Hope this video has been educational or helpful to you. If you'd like a free case evaluation, feel free to reach out anytime, 832-925-2030. God bless you and have a good day.